Hi everyone. In today's episode of Doula School, I'm going to answer a question I get asked almost every day. How do I get my first few clients? And this is something that, funny enough, in the doula world has become a little bit controversial almost in the last 5 years or so. There's no doubt that if you've done a wonderful training and you come out and you feel super confident, that you should absolutely go out there and charge for your first few clients. As a trainer, what I know is that a lot of the times people come away from training, a really wonderful training where they learned a lot of really amazing doula skills, and there's still something missing a little bit for them, that they feel like they need a little bit more hands-on experience before they start charging. And there's nothing wrong with either option. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you getting some hands-on experience as part of your training before you go out there and start to grow your practice. And there's also nothing wrong with maybe doing some pro bono work and taking on some clients like that to do some hands-on practice before you start doing that. So here's what I have to say about that. One of the things and one of the reasons why some people don't like doulas doing pro bono work when they come out of their training is that it has the potential to devalue the work that we do in the field. If there are people who come out and they say they have the same training as other doulas, but they're charging half the price or a third of the price, it's really confusing for the marketplace when we're still in our infancy as a profession. So absolutely, I'm going to strongly encourage you not to come out of your training and start to charge a lower rate publicly. But I recognize that doula services are a valuable support, and that not everyone has the ability or means to be able to pay for that. So one of the commitments that I've made is if and when I do pro bono work, or if and when I connect people for pro bono work, I only do it for people who have a really true need for pro bono support. And so for me, because I don't have the time or energy to be able to vet that, is I don't accept direct referrals from people. But I do accept referrals from agency workers, and by agency I mean like a charity or public health or a homeless shelter, a newcomer center. I will absolutely take referrals from workers who have clients who have a vetted need. Now, here's what I want to say about this, and I could do a whole podcast on this one, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time, but I do want you to consider that sometimes people who fit into these categories have really multifaceted and multidimensional needs that you may or may not be equipped to handle. So if you're not, then what I'm going to do is encourage you not to take a client if you can't meet all of their needs. But if you can work with their worker or someone else is taking care of those areas, then absolutely. Okay, so coming back to where do we get our clients? Well, number one is if you're open to doing that kind of work, why not reach out to those workers? Look at all the different agencies around your community that you actually might even be a good fit for. So think about your own background and experience. Do you have a background in social work, or do you work with, are you an early childhood educator? Are you a massage therapist? Do you have a psych degree? Think about what your background might actually make you a good fit for and reach out to those people and see if they have someone. It's really common for them to actually have people who can benefit from your services. But aside from pro bono work, here's what I want you to consider. Think of all those people who said, when you told them you were doing doula training, who said, oh my gosh, I can really picture you doing doula training or being a doula. I want you to consider those people as your sales force. And when we think about whether we're doing paid work or not, those people are a wonderful resource for us to help spread the news that we're now accepting clients. So I would encourage you to use the people that are in your network to spread the word that you're now open for business. I would encourage you to go online and put yourself in anywhere that you can place yourself for free as a doula. There are lots of different community directories for small businesses, and so that's a great place to post. Consider also using, of course, social media. So sometimes even before your website might be ready to go, is you could start yourself a Facebook page, and that's a great way for you to start to use the online sphere to advertise. Look at where you might be able to guest blog. in your community. And as much as possible is try to make your marketing efforts local. So it's really awesome to have a Facebook page that 100 other doulas like, but if they're from all over the world, it might not really be targeting your target market and the people who are actually potential clients. So consider making sure that you're doing the right things when it comes to social media promotion. This is not just about friends and family members, though yes, we want them to when we're starting and we want them to share it, but what we really want to do is find expectant and new parents to be liking our group or our page. So try to see where you might be able to do that. So the other thing that I'm going to encourage you to do as well is to, at some point, get away from behind your computer. So get out there and start meeting people. You absolutely 100% need to be networking. I still network after 16 years in this field, but in the early days, I think networking is absolutely imperative. You've got to be meeting other people out there who could become your referral network as well. So going to networking events, there's lots of great networking events all over the place. Find one that suits your personality and has the right type of businesses. Keep in mind that networking isn't about going out and meeting pregnant people to sell your services. Networking is about growing your sales force. These might be your massage therapists, your wellness centers, your chiropractors, maybe some midwives, doctors, anywhere that anyone that works with expectant and new parents might be. So go out and meet these people, start to spread the word, make sure that you've got something to give them, and often something better and bigger than a business card. So a business card is good for your email and phone number, but it's not good at communicating what you do and what your services are. So think about something that you might be able to make. I'd encourage you to check out Canva to make a cute little postcard, or Vistaprint, and maybe have something that you can give out that would be cost effective for you, but that you can do in the short term and easily. I hope that helps. Lot of more ideas out there, of course. Feel free to share your own and things that worked for you. And I'm sure we'll continue this in another episode soon. Talk soon. Bye.